because there are, I think there are many of these ideas conversations that are just going to move people forward. One thing that's fun about the Ideas program this year that is totally different than it has been in the past is every Saturday at 1 o'clock, are Ideas programs that are being brought to us by New Haven's young leaders, the future leaders of this city, and of our country and of our world. These are high school and early college students that have created these programs, really talking about things that resonate to them. So the first one is our high school fellows talking about confronting identity. Then we have some New Haven youth activists on June 15th talking about, and they're calling it We New Haven, a youth activist perspective. We New it's KNEW Haven, so that should be a lot of fun. And then the final one is Words Reclaiming Worlds, with some spoken word poets and activists. Those are all being brought to us by those people that are going to be leading this area and this country well into the future. We have ideas, conversations happening from thought leaders from around the world. Jonathan Holloway, who's the artistic director of the Melbourne Festival in Australia, will be joining us for a piece that he's calling Living for the City. We'll be looking at 400 years of inequality, commemorating the 400 years of the slave trade in this country on June 9th with Mindy Fulov and her colleagues. Thaddeus Phillips, who is a theater maker, will be talking about climate change and his new piece, Anthropocene is what that's called, on June 9th. We'll be looking at how art heals conflict in Cities of Peace with Ellen Frank and Lucy McClure on June 11th. We have this really amazing talk called Data Driven Sounds with Kaki King, Spencer Topol, and J. Allen Zimmerman on June 12th. Kaki is an incredible guitarist who's played our festival stage before, and the festival has commissioned her to create a new piece of work for 2020. Spencer Topol is a artist in residence at the Yale Quantum Institute and composer, and J. Allen Zimmerman is a composer who has lost his hearing, and all three of them are using data in different ways to make music today. Kaki is both bringing data in and out as she looks at creating music with some pretty intense and crazy projection and image mapping. Spencer Topol, with his time at the Yale Quantum Institute, has been working with the scientists to slow down atoms, and finds that when you slow them down to a certain speed, they start to make audible noises. And so he'll be sharing his work there, but then performing a concert the following evening as with the scientists in their labs. Spencer will be playing the atoms in the Yale Quantum Institute. And then J. Allen Zimmerman, as a composer who has lost his hearing, has been still writing music, and he and doing some work with Google have found a way to compose music that not only can be heard but can be seen through these algorithms that the music is sent through. And so the three of them will be giving this really great talk together. On June 13th, we'll be commemorating the 50th anniversary of Stonewall with Ain Gordon and H.B. Lazio. Ain and H.B. will be talking about what this country and what their lives have been like 50 years after Stonewall. We're lucky to be partnering with the Beinecke Library to present Michael Childers, the photographer, on June 14th. We have a time with Wiki D and Supreme Easy AD, where we'll be partnering with the New Haven Hip Hop Conference and delivering a talk on the Keepers of Culture. These were two of the hip hop pioneers from New York coming up to talk about their time. We'll be looking at habits to heal while exploring mindfulness and wellness with three leading providers here in New Haven. And then on June 16th, we have Allison Roman, who is a noted cookbook author, writes for New York Times magazine and cooking section, along with Bon Appetit. And she'll be talking about some of her recipes that she's written that have gone viral, but then what it means to stay true to yourself and not jump the shark and give in to the pressures of social media and others. John Donkowski will be joining us again from WNPR and Next and New England Public Radio, doing a presentation on new life for New England's industrial past with Elihu Rubin and Kathy Stanton and Nicole Whedon. We have this amazing Inuit throat singer, Tanya Tagat, who will be reading portions of her book, Split Tooth, and then doing some singing and performing on June 19th for us. Connecticut author Jacqueline Rapazzo will be here doing a talk called Without Habits, A Path to Purpose, as she shares what she learned after writing her latest book. We have our Yale Hong Kong artist talking about the work that they are making in New Haven over the last 6 months. And finally, we have Michael Tara Garver with her talk, How the Art of Experience Empowers Cultural Change. And that will be our final ideas conversation on June 22nd.
You've really got a wide range of topics there, and so much of it is, affecting our lives now. You had mentioned also the theme of home. I believe there's actually a performance where a house is built on stage. Am I correct about this?
You are so correct on this. This is a piece by Jeff Sobel and Beth Morrison Projects called Home. And it's a piece that is, unfortunately, my words will not do it justice, because it's this incredible piece of theater that starts off with nothing but a stage light or a ghost light on stage and one person. And over the next 2 hours, you get to experience a complete house being built, two-story house being built on stage right in front of you. And I say the word house in air quotes because it is very far from being a house. In fact, you watch what is truly a home that is built on stage, and you get to experience the joys of life that come together as this home is being built, and you experience the sorrows of what it's like to be in a home and witness people moving apart from each other or coming apart, and what it's like to have death happen in front of you. It combines dance, illusion, live music, some homespun engineering, and an innovative use of the audience on stage interacting to make this piece of theater that really questions, where is home? It's not a place. What is a home? How do we struggle to build infrastructure, family, community, art? What happens when we fail and we try again? It's a beautiful piece of theater that I hope people will come out and join us for.
Yeah, you also have a lot of headline concerts going on too, and they're all described on the website too, but there's a lot of things going on the stage down on the green.
We do. We have a number of things going on the stage on the green. We start things off with what we're calling New Haven Day on the green. And that's when we bring the best of our neighborhood festivals to the New Haven Green, along with Tabisa, who is now living in the area from South Africa. Marion Meadows and Ron Lawrence will be our headlining acts. It is sure to be a beautiful day in New Haven on June 8th, where you get to hear some great music and really come together and celebrate the city in which we live and or visit the city in which you can celebrate on June 8th. On June 9th, then, we have Garba 360, which is, Garba is a beautiful folk dance that is an Indian folk dance that people have learned at a very young age, but was traditionally only danced during Navaratri. It's now being danced more often, and we'll be dancing all day on the green, and then the Garba 360 will happen a little later on, where if you're not familiar with it, you can either watch it and hear the live music and watch the dance, or actually learn how to dance Garba. It's not a very difficult dance for you to learn how to dance, but it is a dance that is quite fun, where you get to join hands with the person next to you and move together. That following weekend, then, we have two more what we are calling micro festivals. The first is Forest MDs and Vivian Green as we celebrate hip hop and R&B with we're going for the largest white party on the green, so people are encouraged to come to the green wearing white. They'll get to hear Force MDs and Vivian Green, along with four national DJs that have been spinning music all around the world. And then the next day, we have this day that really celebrates mindfulness and healthy lifestyles, a day that we're calling Create and Meditate. And the evening music is with the Carrie Ashton Band and Gina Chavez. Gina Chavez is a 10-time Austin Music Award winner. Her music is top the charts on Amazon and the Latin iTunes music charts. She's just a great singer-songwriter, and her band is on fire. The Carrie Ashton Band has been making music for a long time. She's performed by herself, but then also with her band. She'll have her band to the festival stage, and both are a lot of fun. And then our final day is the day that we're celebrating summer. It's the first full day of summer on June 22nd with Tiempo Libre and the New Haven Symphony Orchestra. And Tiempo Libre is an Afro-Cuban band. The New Haven Symphony Orchestra has been making music in the city for 125 years. Together, they will be on stage as Alistair Neal, who is the new music director of the symphony, will have the baton for the first time. And I think we'll all be up on our feet dancing and moving to the Afro-Cuban music and that of the symphony.
No, and you've had a whole big hand in putting this all together. I mean, you've had experience doing this before. You've served on boards of directors. You've been a speaker panelist and done forums and that kind of thing. And I imagine that's helped you bring a whole lot of, I can see why they're very happy to have you on board. Let's put it this way, because you have quite a background.
I'm very lucky to have a job that allows me to do this kind of work, that allows me to travel around the world looking for people to bring to this wonderful city and state of Connecticut. And this festival is something that we can all be very proud of. It's a festival that is truly unlike any other in the country, and it's a festival that is made possible thanks to friends and supporters here in the region, mostly individuals that come out and support the festival either by buying tickets or making gifts to the festival. And we're feel very lucky to be able to doing this kind of work in New Haven.
All right, we're coming up on the end of our time here. So before we go, where can people buy tickets to the ticketed events?
The best way for people to buy their tickets is to go to artidea.org and buy their tickets there. There are a number of ticket events. You want to get your tickets fast because some of those tickets or some of those events are selling out. But please visit artidea.org. Check out what you have. You can, when you buy online, you don't pay any kind of ticketing fees, which is really great. You can either choose to print your tickets out at home or pick them up at the will call section, and we look forward to seeing everyone there.
And for the free events, people can just show up, or do they have to RSVP, or is there anything they need to do?
For many of the free events, you can just show up. For our walking tours and biking tours, we suggest that you reserve your spot because there is limited capacity for those. But you can do that for free online as well by visiting artidea.org.
Right. So, Chip, what do you think is the big takeaway for today?
It's just fantastic that this is going on and starting this weekend. And I know that Chad has reviewed a lot, but your website's terrific because everything that you just talked about, you can click on the event itself and it has details about what's going on. And I also recommend going to your support page because you do get a lot of support from a lot of different people. And that page has ways for you to actually make donations and pay it forward, invite other people and that kind of thing. So thanks so much for doing this for New Haven. And I'm going to have to check this out with my wife.
Thank you. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you all here in New Haven over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think the big takeaway for me that I think people really need to pay attention to is the fact that this festival not only brings the best of international to New Haven, but it also showcases the best of New Haven. So you're seeing the best of both worlds all at once. It's a fantastic 2 weeks of events, and I recommend you don't miss it. You've been listening to the
I'm sorry. it is something you don't want to miss because you're not going to get this experience anywhere else.
Thanks so much.